What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If you're watching this on the replay, what you're going to want to do is go ahead and skip to about the 10-minute mark because we're going to do some giveaways and some fun interactive stuff that is great if you're here live, but if you're watching on a replay, it's not so much fun. So I always give that warning, but I do have to say, if you're not watching this live, what the hell's wrong with you? That's where we do a lot of the fun giveaways and cool stuff, and you can get your questions answered. So try to start showing up live, and the easiest way to do that is by clicking the subscribe button and the notification bell if you're watching on YouTube, and if you're on Facebook, do whatever it is that you do on Facebook. So now that that's out of the way, can anybody that's on let me know how the sound and picture quality is? Because there's nothing more disturbing than talking to yourself on video, because that's not something you really want there to be a record of. I do that privately, and that's fine. But anyway, and then once somebody lets me know how the quality is, we will get started, and we will finish the end of that sentence. I completely forgot where I was going. Oh, we'll do a giveaway of some legit merch, and then we'll get into it with our guest who's got some great stuff to show you today. So let me go ahead and get okay, everyone's saying it looks good. Thank you. All right, so we'll go ahead and get this set up. So one thing I've learned in years of doing these is anything you need to do in a browser is you do that off camera because you never know what's going to pop up when you start typing. So I remember I was watching an Alex Becker webinar back in like 2015, and like Jizz Hub showed up in his search bar when he started typing. So that was pretty funny. And I probably just got demonetized for saying Jizz Hub, but it is what it is. All right, let's show this legit merch store. Now one of our designers showed me some new stuff she's making for us. So we're going to have some new designs out there soon. And you see the Friends shirt is actually what I'm wearing today. But this is the outdated logo. And then you can find our gear here. We have, coffee mugs and t-shirts and backpacks and stickers, golf ball. If you're into golf, I live in the golf capital of the world, and I've been golfing once in my life, so I am not. But yeah, lots of different options. And we updated the phone case to be phones that were made this century. So, and then I found this one on here live on Tuesday. I didn't even know that we had, so I need to order one of those myself. So we will be giving it away in just a moment. So what I'm going to ask everybody that's on to do right now is let's go with Eldar as our word today. So if you want a chance to win some legit merch, just type Eldar in the chat or in the comments wherever you're watching. Anthony says he just wants the free pizza. You have come to the wrong place, but I'm glad that my deception was effective. If you are in a Facebook group, you are going to have to authorize a StreamYard. I know that's a pain in the butt, but it's not my software. That's like the only thing I don't like about them, is that they make you do this repeatedly. So what you're going to do is go to streamyard.com/Facebook, and it's like 2 or 3 clicks, and it'll authorize it, and that's that. And now while you guys are doing that, we'll go to about 107. While you're doing that, I'm going to hop over to Facebook and annoy some folks with some @everyone tags, because good Lord, that seems to enrage people for reasons that I'll never understand. And then once the giveaway is over, we will get into it with our guest, who's got some great stuff lined up for you. Awesome. Lots of people saying Eldar. So that's great.
It's my name.
I tried to because I'm petty. The stream I did earlier this week, I used hashtag cancel AREFs, trying to get that to go trending as the thing that people typed.
That's funny.
Yeah, well, they deserve it.
Yeah, they do. With those credits things, man. Shit. Please grandfather some accounts.
Right.
Yeah. Don't overcharge me. I've been with you for so many years.
Yeah, and they're so disrespectful about it too. Like when you talk to them about it, they're so condescending.
Yeah, they don't care. Cancel. I mean, yeah.
And let me go ahead and do one more thing. We got about 2 minutes left, roughly 2 minutes. I don't know for sure because Windows 11 clock doesn't show you the seconds. I complain about that every stream, so I wanted to get that out of the way. And then we'll choose our winner for some legit merch. Pretty good turnout today.
Yeah.
And we're already over 50 people, so that's good. Usually it takes a while to build up to that.
Guys, I'm excited. We're going to show you some cool stuff in a little bit. And there's going to be another giveaway. How about that? I just thought about it.
Excellent.
All right. Just for the live people. Just
See, I didn't even know that. See, that's why you have to show up live. Even I get surprised. All right. Anthony says, I heard there was a secret to rank maps. I had a feeling that might draw some people out. People love them some maps ranking. All right, less than a minute remaining, and then we will pick our winner. Lots of regular faces and some new faces on today as well. You made a typo, Yash. It's Eldar, so but make sure you slide that in. There you go. Yash, one of our regulars who has helped me with many things recently, so I appreciate that.
Oh, Yash, one of our guys. If it's the same guy.
And we are almost there, just a few seconds left, and then we will choose our winner. And then I will introduce our guest. So, all right, that's time. So let's go ahead and pick a winner.
Wait, are you participating in this too?
It's because I typed your name in the thing.
If I knew, I would join too.
All right, congratulations. I think MD here is a previous winner, so congratulations, MD Mahdi Hassan Rafad. I think that's Supreme SEO on Legit, if I'm not mistaken. So let me go ahead and save that so our team knows who the winner is. And what you're going to do, my friend, is pick out whatever piece of merchandise you want. And then you're going to go over to Legit and message the on-site support. Tell them that you won. Tell them what you want. If it's a clothing item, tell them your size and tell them your mailing address, and they will get that out to you as soon as possible. You're international, so please be patient. It does take some time, but thank you for that. Congratulations, MD. And wow, lots of people on now. So let me go ahead and stop sharing my screen and we'll go ahead and get started. All right. Today I am joined by Local Wiz and Local Dominator founder and CEO Eldar Cohen. I'm going to give a little background on how I've met Eldar, and then I'll let him talk about how about his origin story, and then show you some cool stuff as well. So I went to a conference that I spoke at last April. It was my first time speaking at a conference, and I don't know if you've ever been to those things, but you don't, even though you like know people from Facebook, you don't really know someone until you like meet them in person. And the way I am is you end up like when you're in a situation where you don't know anybody, you kind of like find a couple people that you like click with. And Eldar was one of the people that I did, and we've gotten to know each other in the year or so since, and then become very good friends. He offers some great products, and it's just a great guy. He's going to going to show you some cool stuff. And as usual, one of the best things about having great guests like this on is it means less work for me to do, which is also another great advantage to that. So, Eldar, thanks for joining us. How's it going?
Thank you, Chris. Thank you. Well, first of all, it is amazing to be here. I am super, super excited. And, I'll tell the folks here, if you have the opportunity to come to those events, you definitely should. Like the first time when I met Chris, I was like, wait, is this Chris? I was like, because you talk to people and you're talking over Facebook and stuff like that behind the messenger. And then finally, when you see somebody in person, it's really, really nice. It's really fun. So it's a great opportunity. And there's always great stuff that comes out of those things. And I'm very fortunate that I had the opportunity to meet you in that event. And from there, we became friends, as you said, and, talked some here and there. And now I'm here. So super exciting. To give you guys a little background about me, so Chris don't have to talk much. I kind of started my SEO journey around 2016, 2017. And believe it or not, I was actually doing some garage door work. So I always had a background in computers and building websites and coding and stuff like that since I was a kid. I learned that in school, but I didn't really do much of it. And then I was a little bored, like around that 2016 year or something, and I didn't have much to do. So a friend was like, "Hey, can you help me to get some leads?" I was like, "Sure, but I don't have much to do, so I'll help you with that. Teach me a trade so I can do something with myself." And it's like one of those seasons in life where you're in between things, right? So he did. I built a website for him for a garage door in Chicago. I ranked it. I helped him to get leads, and then in return, he taught me how to do the garage door business, which I've done for about. I've worked as a technician for about a couple of years, and I was working pretty much on the computer from Monday till Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday, I would go out and do actual garage door jobs as a technician, so I can make some more money because it was a really lucrative money back then. Long story short, my life kind of changed when I met somebody, and I was doing some work on his garage, and he was like, "How I found you, blah blah blah." And then, long story short, he pulled me down from the ladder. He says, "Come here." The guy used to live in a mansion. I mean, this is one of the biggest, fanciest house I've ever seen. And he was around my age. He was like, "You have to stop. Let's talk." Long story short, when you see somebody is so successful, just want to give you some tips and want to give you some help, you should listen because he had no intention whatsoever to get anything out of it. His intention was literally to help me out. And his thing was like, you need to focus on the things that you're really good at, the things that will give you scale, yada, yada, yada. And long story short, after that conversation, I've realized that I want to develop my own SEO agency. And this is kind of how I started with Local Wiz. And the way I got into Local Wiz is that before that, I had a very crappy agency. I just had a handful of clients. It was pretty decent, but it wasn't really a nice big agency. When I took the decision to grow my agency, I was able to 8x my agency by applying different components to the business. For example, I rebranded myself very, very heavily. I consistently started to produce content, which this is what we're doing right now. I hammered on making sure the ads work. And I actually decided to take my business seriously. When the business grew, then there was more things. And this is how I ran into, well, I met Michael Rayburn back in 2019, I believe. Can't remember. Something like that. Anyway, we started a joint venture together. And long story short, we were looking for a better software for the grids, for the geogrids, for ourselves. It was internally for us because we were doing crazy amount of volume and we were looking for different features to reduce the cost and a lot of stuff that we weren't happy. So one day Michael was like, "Hey, can you help with us? Can you figure it out?" I was like, "Sure, let me see." Long story short, after a while, we were able to create a product. And then eventually now it's available for the market. So we decided to share it with everybody. Michael today is doing his own thing, which is Domination Simplified, which is really nice white label agency. Definitely check it out if you need any help with that. And I took Local Dominator. And the thing is with Local Dominator, I was really looking at the things that was painful for me. And there was a lot of stuff in the software. It was the accuracy thing. It was the cost of things that was driving me nuts. If I didn't use the credit, they will take the credits at the end of the month, which was really painful, especially if you're paying a large sum for, for software. And then 1 month you didn't use it as much. So there was a lot of stuff that I decided to change. And this is kind of how things have happened. And the community was really supporting, and thank everybody. I really appreciate everybody that have, helping with Local Dominator and making it what it is today. And I'll show you guys a couple of stuff with it. And I'll show you another software that it's actually one of my proprietary ways, my secret weapon that I'm able to do SEO that is really fast, really affordable, and I think is one of the best software out there that I've created. well, I've only created a few, so it's definitely one of the best. But it's a really good software. I haven't seen anything out like this in the market. I was using it for myself for the past 4 years, and just recently I've decided to share it with the community. Stick around till the end because I'm going to show you what this is. I'm going to show you how we use it to rank websites, to rank Google My Business as well. And there's going to be a little giveaway. So you want to stay till the end. All right. So I'm going to hook everybody up that is on this live. And I'm just being spontaneous here. So we shall see. So the longer you wait, the better it will get.
Cool.
Is that cool?
Yeah. I think I'm going to go ahead and speak for everyone and say, yes, that's cool.
Awesome.
I want to back up a little bit. One of the things that you mentioned was branding and creating content. One of the first times I ever saw you, I probably had interacted with you, but I don't know for sure, but it was on a Facebook ad with you wearing a wizard hat, which is kind of like your branding. I was like, who the fuck is this guy? This looks ridiculous. Like, why is he like dancing around like a monkey? Not really, but trying to get attention. And I'm like, but and I remembered it. And then as soon as I saw him in person, I was like, that's the guy with the wizard hat. And then we had spoken a couple times in between. But my point is that that's really important because it left an impression. Now, you don't have to do something so outrageous to create a brand, of course, but it worked. And then creating content is something I preach constantly to people in SEO, and they just do not do it for whatever reason. But it's been huge for me. Like I actually teach it in my courses I call it the celebrity method. By making yourself into an authority and a celebrity in your niche, people will come to you and you don't have to spend near as much time doing outreach. So it's good to hear other people had the same experience. And I don't get why most people in SEO don't do it, but it's, I do, but it's key, right?
It's the key. And you know what? I think this is actually more important than everything else we have. So let's just talk about this for a second. Because, if anybody can take something from this webinar today, and if you're going to invest in your branding, then Chris and I did our part. That will be the best thing we can do for you. The thing is, from my perspective, and when I was teaching people, whatever, if it's one-on-one, whatever, if it's courses, a lot of times people don't want to take action. And this is the reason why they don't do that. When I came up with the brand for Local Wiz, which I have it right here, if you guys have seen me with this hat, which I haven't wear as much lately because I'm kind of doing a little bit different right now. However,
plus probably gets heavy, right?
It's heavy. It was like my neck hurts.
Yeah.
So when I was looking to brand myself, I looked at everybody else and I said, okay, I'm going to do something different. I literally went and I typed SEO in Miami, SEO in LA, SEO in Dallas, and I was going through everybody. And I was like, how can I be different? I wanted to be that person when you see an ad, just like Chris said, who is this motherfucker with this purple hat? Like, what the fuck? Now, there are two people that have engaged with my content in two different ways. One, just like Chris, saw what I was doing, understand that it was a gimmick, it was a brand, it was something to get attention, it was catchy, and it's working. The other was like, what is this stupid witch hat? Which I used to love those comments, and I'll tell you why. Those haters are the biggest motivation I've ever got. Every time somebody was commenting something like that on my stuff, I knew for a fact there is probably another 10 or 100 that have the exact opposite and see exactly what I do. My brand, my company exponentially grew to a point where it was painful. The reason I say it was painful, we onboarded more clients that we could serve. This was really painful to lose those clients after, because if you onboard somebody and it takes you 2 weeks to say hi, you're going to lose that person. And it happened to us. So it was a very painful situation, but I've learned a lot. However, everything changed when I put this hat on my head. Everything have changed. And yeah, you can say it's stupid, but you know what? This beautiful, beautiful, stupid hat got me to a 6-figure agency. And I don't care, because eventually I do this thing, for my business, for the people that work in the business, to help the business owners that I work with, and everybody. So I don't care if 1 out of 100 think the hat is stupid. So it doesn't matter. I wish for everybody here to invest in their brand and to find that competitive advantage. It doesn't have to be a hat, doesn't have to be a wand. Like Chris, for example, have his own way. I have my own way. There's tons of people that have their own way, but find the way that works for you. And it doesn't matter where you are, where you're at in the world. You can be in Switzerland, you can be in Turkey, you can be in Israel, you can be in the US, you can be in India, you can be in the Philippines. It doesn't matter. There are actually great, successful people, a part of this legit family, that are from all of those places. And some of them are really, really well branded. So if, yeah, I won't go much on that more, but
Yeah,
hopefully.
I get the hater thing too. Like sometimes people will see the videos like this and be like, "Who's this grown man with a bunch of toys in the background?" I'm like, I don't give a shit. It doesn't bother. I don't know why there are things that used to bother me, but this doesn't bother me.
Yeah, like, who cares? Like, who cares? See, who cares? I mean, essentially, this is a brand. And what I told you earlier, right? I noticed when you started to build that stuff, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool, And yeah,
That was actually a happy accident, to be honest. I was just setting them up, and then like they started being visible in my videos, and people would comment on it and react to it. And even when I do like Zoom calls and stuff, it's always something people bring up. So it's like been a great icebreaker. And plus, since America is amazing, I can use them as tax write-offs because they're in my videos. So that is not tax advice, by the way, for anyone watching. Just doing that. Okay, so yeah, so I think that was a great point to make, because it's just something that, I mean, it's something it's like basic marketing, but for whatever reason, people just don't want to do it, and I don't know why. I guess they're embarrassed or whatever. But
no, I'll tell you, my observation on that is that their why is not strong enough, and they just don't think about their why. So I know what motivates me. I know what makes me wake up in the morning. I know what makes me work. All of those things, and each person needs to ask themselves, why do I do those things that I do? Do I do it just so I can have another day to breathe on this planet? Or do I do it so I can actually prosper, so I can take care of my family, so I can do? And if you have your why right in front of your freaking eyes, then you will move. So if you procrastinating on your stuff, my suggestion is put your why do you want it, in front of your eyes, and you will start moving. And just do it in baby small steps, like 1% at a time. Yep. Why are you smiling? There was a wicked smile there.
A comment and that it made me laugh. All right. So I'm glad we covered that, but that's not really what most people are here to talk about today. So let's talk about, I'll just let you take it away, but let's talk about Local Dominator, Google Maps, or Google Business Profile, or Google My Business, or whatever the fuck it's called this week. Google is so bad about that, by the way. Like, changing the names of their products is insane. But anyway, that's what most people are here for. So why don't you just take it away? Do you need the screen?
Yeah, let me see if it'll allow me to. Am I sharing my screen? Does everybody see my screen?
Yep.
All right. Okay, so couple of really cool stuff. If you are not familiar with Local Dominator, that is it. This is our beautiful software. With Local Dominator, you can run grids. I just ran this one, for example. And I'll show you how it's being done. I'm sure everybody here are familiar with grids. We just added another really, really cool add-on, which is the maps. Actually, I don't think there's a small group of testers that have seen it, but you guys on this live probably are not aware of it. But now with the maps, you can also sync it to your Google Maps. And from here, you can manage it. You can see your reviews, your amount of calls. And from here, let me just sync this real quick. Hold on, this will sync by going here. I don't have to resync it, I think. So I can show you how it looks. There we go. So you can use this thing, and it's really cool because this will give you some more data. You can see how many calls you're getting. You can see how many people visit your website through your Google My Business. You can do all of your management, your Google My Business management from here. You can upload media in bulk, which is really nice. You can just drag as many files as you would like here and upload everything, schedule it. You can do the same thing for posting, same thing like for reviews. You can answer reviews, all of that good stuff. Same thing for Q&A. So you can answer Q&A, you can add those. So really cool stuff. So we just added the maps module, but that's not what we are here for. So what I want to show you guys is how we are ranking websites really, really fast with an AI content that is being done very, very fast in a really efficient way. And our secret is Local Wiz app. Local Wiz app is something I've created several years ago, basically to help me with SEO, to help me to reduce my cost of SEO, and also to be able to make something that is fast and actually works. And what we do with this, we basically go to Local Dominator, and then we'll run a scan. So these guys are, I think they have in Chandler. So let me just look them up. And this is a brand new site, so there's not much going to it, but let's look them up. And then let's say AC repair Chandler, and I'll run a search. I'll run a grid here, and what I'll do, I'll pick up an area from this, and based on that area, I'm going to create a project. Now, what are those projects? Those projects are actually articles that can be generated using AI, and we'll show you this in just a second. And those articles are super optimized to the fullest in literally a few clicks. When I say the fullest, I mean all of your meta tags, your H tags, your alt tags, your caption, your images will be renamed before they upload it to your WordPress. We're going to push the EXIF data to those images as well. And everything is being done in literally a click. And this one, as you see, this is done. Looks like they don't have much ranking for this keyword here, almost at all. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done, but I'll show you what we'll do from here in just a second. When you create a project, this also helps you to create a ton of pages on your website. Now, by the way, I could have obviously choose a website that is already ranking, something we've been working on for a while, but I can't really expose like clients and stuff like that. So this is just something that I can.
I've seen that site before.
Yeah, I use it for a lot of like stuff and testing. I can share it. So what I want to show you guys is that when you create one of those, this is also going to create tons of other archive pages on your website. So every time you publish one page, you're also actually creating more pages just like these ones here, or filling them up with more content. Now, all of this content here, this helps you with your topical authority and your geolocation authority. The reason is, remember, everything here, all of those images are geotagged to the area that you give it. There is a map here that shows where this project was supposedly occurred. Now, as you can see, the team here, so the business is kind of located right here at Chandler, but from some reason they chose to do something in Phoenix. So obviously they're not going to have much rankings. So they didn't target this one to the proper city. Not sure why my team have done that. But anyhow, so you see this one is talking about Phoenix, and it creates all of this article in literally just a couple of minutes. The way you do it, you go in here, start a new project. And from here, let's say you are working with, now I realize this is not, they shouldn't even done it. This is plumbing, and this should be an AC. So that's kind of makes sense. There's no correlation between the website and the content that they've done.
Guys, those of you that are asking questions, just know that I'm not ignoring you, but I'm going to let Eldar go through his presentation and we'll answer them later.
But let's see. Let's just look at this one, just see what we get. So just for the sport. And as you can see, this one is ranking right here first. Now, probably nobody's going to search for 5-ton consider replacement in AC. Maybe. However, what the purpose of this is to help us to increase our topical relevancy and our location relevancy. And it takes just a moment. So for example, look how fast it is to create a project. So let's say AC repair in, let's do another city for some, Gilbert, before and after. You're just going to give it your phrase, and then you'll just, oops, that's if you want to change the prompt, you'll just generate ideas basically for your title. Okay, and we'll answer some questions in just a second. I'm going to pick up, let's say this is my project. From here, I'm going to tell it, create the outline for me. And we're just going to scroll down. This usually takes just a sec. Boom. Now I got the outline. Let's generate the description for the project. This one usually takes a little bit longer. Boom. So now that I have all of my description, I can go in here and I can make edits. I can add links. I can add images, whatever it is that I would like to do. I'll go up here. I'll create a meta description. Now the meta description will be based on your post. Let's say this one just for the sport. I'll give it a couple of keywords. If you start from scratch, you don't have any of those here, but you're going to add those from here. You can also ask it to help you to pick up the relevant if you would like. You'll give it a couple of keywords, for example, let's say 3. Let's say this one. And from here, all you're going to do, you're going to upload your feature image, which is the main image, this one. And then you're going to upload your gallery image. And then you're going to give it the address. This is where this comes in, right? So I know that, well, here I know I need to rank everywhere in Chandler, right? But usually I'll just scroll in here and I'll just grab like an address where my pin is red. I'll just grab it like this. I won't grab the street number because we don't want that to be public. I'll put this here. I'll grab the address. So now my post will be geotagged to this area. And then if I also want to create a GMB post, then I'll create a GMB post. You can sync your GMB. Right now I didn't sync it. But if you sync your GMB, then this will automatically post to your Google My Business as well, just from here. When all this data is ready, all you got to do, you click save. When this is saved, you're going to have another button here that says upload to WordPress. And that's it. As you can see, it took me, I don't know, 2-3 minutes to create a project. And basically we'll create a project that looks just like those. And this stuff freaking ranks really, really nice, really, really well. And the purpose of this is to help you to create that content that Google really, really likes. All right. Another one thing that is an add-on that is kind of side effect that we didn't think about, but actually happened, is that the people that use this thing actually have a very nice dwell time on their website. Dwell time, it means that the user that land on the website actually stays on the website for a longer period of time. The reason is, think about it this way. If you do this thing for a plumber, electrician, garage door, painter, whatever it is, any home service, and then their customer comes in here and they start looking into those projects that they have completed, what happened is those users will bounce from one project to the other, and they increase the amount of time that they spend on the website. And for a long time, we also used to track the forms, because you can also add a form right here. It's in the settings. And we noticed that there's a lot of inquiries coming from the projects, which is really nice because our goal is to get leads. And if the leads comes in from the projects that we have created, that means we have done something successfully. And that's what it is all about, right? So based on our data, this looks really nice and it helps significantly. So this is kind of it, just like real quick. I don't like to talk forever about those things. So if you guys have some questions, let me know and we'll take it from there.
All right. Let's see what we got for questions. I know I saw a few. Please tell me when we onboard the client, what should we do? Follow the process from start to end. Consider any profile.
Please tell me when you onboard a client, what should we do to follow the process for? So this is not as much related to this, I guess. So when you onboard a client, well, you need to collect all of the client information, right? So you need to collect your access to the Google My Business. You need to collect your website access, whichever WordPress, Wix, whatever it is. You need to collect all of the assets that they have, if they have citations, etc., access to Search Console, Google Analytics, basically pile up all the information. We do it with an automated email that goes out to the client, asks all the stuff.
Yeah, I
Just
do something similar.
Yeah, and then we just get all that stuff. The other way, you can also send them a Google form. They can fill up all the form with all the information, and
I
that's
use a
actually,
gravity form. Same idea.
yeah, Gravity form or Google Forms. Yeah.
Yash also asks, explain about the miles and the radius from Local Dominator. How is
Yeah.
that? How is that different?
So the way this works, the distance between each of those dots. So, for example, if I go in here, and Phoenix is actually a really nice area. I'll show you why. Because Phoenix was built, it's a very new city. And in the US, we have what's called town square. Now, if you look at the maps, do you see that there's cubes right here? See those cubes? Each of those cubes, it's called town square. And a town square is 1 mile by 1 mile. So, for example, let me make it a square. It's going to be a little easier. So, for example, if I have this thing as a square and I have 1 mile, that means that the distance between my dots on the map is 1 mile. So if I change this thing, you can see that is exactly 1 mile from here to here. It's exactly 1 mile. And of course, you can turn those off, by the way, if you don't want to run that scan on that particular. So that's how it will do your distance, and that's pretty much how it works.
All right. Keith says looks very slick.
Oh, thank you, Keith.
Dorn says, what about non-WordPress websites?
So unfortunately, there is a way that we can help with non-WordPress website. Basically, we can give you a snippet that you'll put on your website and it will pull the data. However, the data still will be hosted on our server, which means you're not going to get the SEO benefit. So if you really want this to work, you want to make sure you use a WordPress, because then we can push the data and the data can actually be saved directly on your website or your client's website. So that's super important. That's why we use WordPress. One of the other things that we do every time we onboard a client, we change their website completely. Even if they have a WordPress website, we change it to our style of WordPress. The reason behind it is you want to make sure that all of your clients have consistency as far as the CMS that you're working on. Because if you have one client on WordPress with whatever theme, another client with another whatever theme that God knows who built it, and then you have Wix, and then you have Duda, and then you have Squarespace, whatever, it takes a very, very long time to make changes on those websites, and it's not scalable. So for us, we just move everybody to WordPress on our style of WordPress because it makes it scalable and easy for us to actually work on their website.
Great. No one has asked this yet, but I know they're going to, so I'm just going to go ahead and ask it for them. How does this compare to Local Viking and Local Falcon and what's the other one? Search Atlas and all those. How does it compare to those? I hate those questions, but I know people are wondering it, or somebody was going to ask it. So let's just go ahead and get that out of the way.
Yeah, for sure. Well, obviously I'm biased, but there's some stuff that it doesn't matter if I'm biased or not. You can test it yourself. You can go to our homepage here and you can see exactly, I was like topping home. You can see exactly how to do this yourself. So scroll down and there is a video here that talks about the accuracy. As of today, Local Dominator is the most accurate rank tracker out there. And this is significant. I actually have compare video between us and Local Falcon. So if you want to see the exact difference between us and Local Falcon, you can watch this video. We have people moving to Local Dominator, on a daily basis from Bright Local and from all the other ones. On top of the fact that this is the most accurate, this is also the most affordable, especially if you have an agency. It is not affordable if you have a small account, like $25 or something with the other ones, because that's just not the clients we're going after. However, if you are running an agency and you have decent volume, this is significantly going to be less expensive, usually up to 45%. Not only that our prices up front are less expensive, we also have rolling credits, meaning you didn't use those credits, they're going to roll to the next month. Nobody's doing that. Nobody's doing that. So that's big. Um,
Okay.
I
Cool.
know.
I knew somebody was going to ask that, so I just wanted to get out in front of it.
Oh, absolutely.
Also, you guys have the circle as opposed to the square, right?
So not only that we have the circle, which makes more sense because Google go by radius, they don't go by square, right? They go by that. Overall, the platform is super scalable. We have the dynamic links that some of the other ones just did. But we have the dynamic links. That was really good for prospecting. So let me show you one link, for example. And a lot of our community is using that particular link for prospecting purposes. So let me show you on this one. So this dynamic, what's really cool about it is that, let's say that your prospect is Love Garage Doors, or actually let's go like here, AZ Garage Door Pros, or these guys, let's say these guys, whatever. So you can say to 5-star garage doors, like, hey, this is how your business looks like. You guys are average 15.41. In your service area, you guys are coming up number 16, while A1, a garage door service, is coming up number 1 with the average of 5.7. What we can do as an agency, we can help you to go from here to here to here to here and to here. So this is really, really nice. And this will help you with your prospecting and your reports. You can also, if you would like, for example, if you want to do stuff like that, you can like drop a pin and you can kind of see it on the building. Might be on the other side of the building, but there you go. So you can see that number 1 on the building. Sometimes it's actually useful when you want to see exactly where it's at. We also have the other dynamic link for reoccurring, which using this, we were able to eliminate reports via email completely. So I have a lot of stuff here just for tracking purposes. Let's just go and let's just look at, I don't know, this one. So for example, you can share this with your client, and this dynamic link will automatically update every time a scan will run. So you just give this link to your client and you don't have to give them any reports anymore because this link will update it automatically. You can embed this link on your website, or you can also embed this into Go High Level, Agency Analytics, or Google Locker Studio, whatever it is. You can just embed this, and this is dynamic. The user, your clients can go in here, they can click, they can see their comp, they can see their comp rankings as well. See, this one just changed. They can go between the dates, all of those good stuff. So that's another differentiator that we have. And now with the maps, for example, Local Falcon, for example, doesn't have that, which is a really, really useful thing to have. So if you do a lot of volume.
All right. Kaba says, I want to give my all to legit. Well, thank you. Dorn says, how big a radius does it use? You kind of covered that already, I think. So.
Yeah, usually 13 by 13 over 1 mile.
What should be the best website structure for local business? Just homepage / state / service area, or /city / service area is my opinion on that.
Yeah, from a URL standpoint, yes. Exactly.
Anthony says, can you give an example of increased grid rankings from a before and after screenshot?
Yeah, I have like tons of them. I do have them on my, if you go to my Facebook, you'll see I post like once a week or every other week, like before and after of stuff that we do. This will be like, it's a little bit sensitive information with some of the stuff. Obviously, some is clients, I can't really share it. But if you go to my Facebook, you can see a lot of before and after. So just check it out over there.
Okay. Any tips, free products and services in the Google GMB profile as far as content tips? What are the biggest movers?
So for me, as far as products and services, believe it or not, I don't think it does much. All the variable tests that I've done on those, I haven't seen any changes from adding products and products, at least for the products and services category. A lot of times we try to create like a bunch of products and then link those to the website and then create another link back. They don't do much. So even in my course, when I teach SEO and all those things, I actually don't have it because I don't like to teach stuff or talk about stuff that don't do anything. So from what I found, the stuff that I know doesn't really do much. We never add those for our clients.
All right. Minari says, share the link to the software. It's superstarseo.com/local dominator, but I'll put that on the screen in just a second here.
Yeah.
So there's that. Hi, everyone. Got it. Thanks. Hello, boss. Nigel says, Eldar, I have been checking this out since last year, but South Africa is blocked.
Yeah, so you will need to use a VPN or just send us your IP and then we can just white label it. Unfortunately, we had some challenges with some cyber attacks or DDoS attacks, and we had to like block.
Yep. Live
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, been there.
Man.
Daniel says, can we see some live geogrids before and after? We already covered that.
Yeah. Like, you want to see like the scan, like this one? I can show you this, I guess.
I think he's wanting to see like you took it from A to B kind of thing. Like, asking about that you said you have on your Facebook.
Yeah, just check on my Facebook. This is just like a tester account. Just like see it as like big companies here, but we don't work with them, like Target. This is just like for like demo purposes and stuff.
Okay. All right. So somebody says, so it's using AI to auto optimize post and geolocated them according to your preferred location.
Correct. So when you create a project here, you're going to give it the location that you would like to create your post right here. Scroll down. And what this would do, this would add this information to the website, and it's also going to create the EXF data for the photos. Okay. So you'll get a map right here with this address, okay, which increase your location relevancy. And then the title of the project, when you look at the project page, just like this, would also have it. So when you're creating those projects, you're actually creating a lot of content with actual addresses. And Google just loved this. This is great to increase your location relevancy. I mean, that's just easy peasy.
Great.
So using AI to okay, that's the other question.
Yeah. Are you preaching the choir on the WP stuff? I'm sold Eldar. Goodbye, Local Falcon. Great.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Question: is this credit-based system? How many credits does a project use?
No, so you will get one free location with your Local Dominator account. So you'll have that. You can use it as much as you would like. You can create as many projects as you want. One location means one website. Each additional one, retail is $250, but for you as an agency with Local Dominator is only $37. So it's very scalable. And this is just for us to cover like the ChatGPT calls and servers and stuff.
Right.
But it gives you a lot of room to make margin. I'll share another thing that a lot of agencies have started to do lately. They charge their clients $200 or $250 for their local Wiz app account, and then they charge them additional $200 to $300 a month to create projects. So imagine you get a roofer, and you say to this roofer that you're going to publish, let's say 10 posts or 10 projects a month, right? And you charge him $500 for that. Literally, it cost you maybe $60. You know what? Let me add another 2 hours worth of labor. So it'll cost you $100. You turn around, you sell it for $500. And by the way, you can also create articles, traditional blog posts from this using AI as well. Not only projects, but you can also create a standard article just like that. And you can schedule it. You can also do those things. For example, you can draft it and all of that stuff. So articles and projects as well.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Kyle says Local Viking has rolling credits. Dorn says I'm sold. Take my money. CJ says Local Dominator is heart fire emoji.
Thank you, CJ. Thank you.
nice sales tool. I think he's talking about how you said you can use it in your prospecting.
Yes.
You got my money says, how do you do it where the link has multiple keywords? I'm trying to understand that.
So I think, are you talking about maybe like this? So if you have multiple keywords, you'll get one link and you'll have this like drop down box here. You can close it if you like, with all the keywords. You can also, if you have those in a one time, you can also combine them into one link. So for example, let's say these two, I can go in here and I can compare it, and I'll get one link that will show me both of the scans side by side, just like that. And you can do as many as you would like. You can download this as a PDF or stuff like that. And then this is how you can combine it.
And that's white label, right? Like it didn't have to have Local Wiz at the top.
Exactly. Well, this is white label for my agency.
Right. What I'm saying is it could be.
Yes. So they can change the Local Wiz to whatever they want. They can also change the color. Like I kind of made this like ugly. It's like blue color, but they can change the colors. They can change the text here. They can change the text here. They can also change the URL. So you'll go in here into my account, and you just add your own white label domain, and then this will just change your domain. So it's going to be yours. So the client will not know what you use, basically.
All right. Plumbing Vids says, hope there's a replay. I'm in my car. Yeah, wherever you're watching it now, you will be able to find it later, as well as on multiple YouTube channels and Facebooks. So
sweet.
Bojan says, yo, saw this late, but thanks for the share and time, guys. Well, thank you, Bojan. How to elevate business lead generation companies. That's a mouthful. It says, what is a credit?
So
I yelled that because they put it in all caps.
So a credit, if you go into this, for example, every time you run a scan, every dot on the map will be one credit. So for example, this is one credit, this is one credit, this is one credit. So if you run 10 by 10, that's 100 credits.
All right. Not sure I get this question. How do we activate Local Wiz if we have Local Dominator? Local Wiz is just your agency, right? Like, I'm not sure what that question means.
No. So he's right. So I have my agency, which is Local Wiz Marketing, and this software is Local Wiz app. So if you don't have access to Local Wiz app and you already have Local Dominator, then just shoot me a message or to support, and we'll send you the info. You should have got an email about an hour after you registered. Maybe it's in the spam or something. But if you don't have access to that email, just reach out and we'll give you your access.
Great.
By the way, the biggest differentiator when I'm thinking about it is Local Wiz freaking app. I mean, like this comes with it. Like this is so much more if you think about it.
Fantastic.
Wait.
Bamch Digital Marketing, there's your free plug, says, does it work in the UK?
Yes, absolutely.
So I guess maybe just cover what countries it does and doesn't, because we've gotten a couple of those now.
Yeah, so this works worldwide. This will work any place, any country, almost any language, at least all the biggest languages. It will work in German, it will work in French, Spanish, Hebrew, Portuguese, as far as I know, Arabic. We have users from all over the world. However, some countries are blocked due to the DDoS we had. So you will need to use a VPN or just let us know your IP and we'll whitelist it. So,
isn't it amazing how much time you have to spend on shit like that because of crappy people that make it harder? Like, I'm sure you'd much rather spend that like dev time on building features, but because people are assholes, you have to spend time on that. We talk about that all the time, how frustrating that is.
It is so frustrating. Crazy. Like there was one day and I was just chilling, just doing something on my phone, and then my phone goes nuts. Chris, it was going off ching. I was like, what the hell? Long story short, somebody was attacking us, whatnot, and they were like registering. I mean, they registered like a count every second, something like that. You know, like they didn't do any damages. I don't know what they were trying to do or whatnot, maybe to crash the server or something. But we took care of it, I mean, very quickly. But why? Like, are you that bored in your life? I mean, go
Yeah.
freaking do something with your skills. Like, if you can do that, that means you have skills. Seriously.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
All right. So Ross says, so they're designed to increase your relevancy in your niche then, as they're not generally going to be money pages, but they give weight to your money site. I don't quite follow that.
correct.
Oh, and by the way, no, I did not block you, Ross. It's because you have to go authorize StreamYard. You have to go to StreamYard.com/Facebook. That's why you're showing up as Facebook user. But anyway, that's
Yeah, let me answer Ross.
Yeah.
Because this is a really good question here. So essentially, yes, we are creating content around our money topic, and everything is pointing to our homepage or our money pages. And it's just a lot of supporting content. And think about it, if you are working with a roofer, a plumber, and you have tons of blog posts that are actually ranking, that means that Google find your website relevant. However, today, when you go and you create a blog post, the chances of you getting this blog post ranked are slim to none, literally slim to none, because everybody in the industry creates blog posts. Everybody do the same style of blogging, right? This gives you something different, and it gives Google the data about your business or your client business and why that business should be ranked higher versus somebody else. And trust me, you can go to my Facebook, you can go to Local Wiz app, and you can see tons of images and tons of videos of before and after. And like, you can even ask in the community, like, people are going nuts about this thing. And it just works. And it's not just another blog post about how to, I don't know, change an outlet, right? Like a switch, whatever, for electrician. It's actually something that helps the user and helps the search engine to understand that you're relevant for the location and for the topic. It's two birds in one. And by the way, they get indexed like almost instantaneously, literally. Like, everybody's talking about indexing issue and stuff. I don't have those. And we never do blog posts, like very, very rarely, like maybe one every quarter, because you don't need it. So,
all right.
very useful.
Can you please post the link in the chat? I've done it several times, but I'll be happy to again, because I want you to have as much opportunity to pay us as possible.
That was good.
You were talking about branding earlier. That's one of my gimmicks, is being blatantly honest like that. Like,
You have to.
yeah, well, you don't have to, apparently, because I know a lot of people that are very successful and are not. But
why not to be just transparent? Like, hey,
yeah, well, plus I find people find it funny when I put it that way, and like, being funny is kind of my thing, because All right, so it's superstarseo.com/local-dominator. Exactly what is one credit? We already answered that. Do projects equal websites? So I guess it is one project, one website.
No. So one account equal one website. So for example, using this account, you can create as many projects and as many articles as you would like. It's unlimited. It's just need to be synced to one website. That's it.
Okay. I'm late to the party, but LD wasn't working a few days ago for the past week. Is it fixed? Obviously it is. It's on the screen right now.
Yeah, we had some challenges with Google, recent things with their stuff. Everything is working as it should. As you see, like, scans are now done in about 30 seconds. So,
okay.
Yeah, even Facebook was down. Even like, the challenges with Google right now is that they freaking don't even know what they want. I mean, you wake up in the morning, Google Maps has changed. You wake up, the SERP has changed. Like, so many things. So until they decide what they want, and it's not just us, it's like everybody. There's going to be a lot of stuff like this. It's just going to be a lot of roller coaster until the dust will settle, and then they figured out consistent way to display whatever it is that they want.
Right. All right. Jason says, I'm coming in late, so let's improve rankings, or just tells me what to do to improve rankings?
Yeah. So this tells you what your ranking are, what's going on, and then Local Wiz app will push your rankings. And that's why they work hand in hand.
Okay. This, I don't know who this is, but do you have GBP course for agencies?
I do. I do have a really nice course. You can look it up. And actually, we're probably going to have Chris share this with you guys later. I'll give you guys a link. But I do have a course. I think it's a no-brainer course. It's literally over the shoulder of me doing different things. The biggest feedback I get about the course is that it will help other agencies to streamline their processes. It helps them to identify the tasks that they need to do in order to achieve. And it also helps them with sales, because I gave several tools and different things that I do from a sales perspective. So it will help you with sales, and it will also help you with the SEO as well. So,
Fantastic.
yeah.
Anthony says, just to clarify, we need to buy the Local Dominator and also the Local Wiz app, or just the Local Dominator to be able to use the Local Wiz app?
Just Local Dominator. Just Local Dominator, and you get one free location of Local Wiz app.
Okay. In just a minute, I'll have you show like the buy page, and we'll go through that. But I want to crush the rest of these questions. Bamsh, I'm using it in the UK. It's fine. That's good to know. Just signed up and joined your Facebook community as well, man.
Oh, thank you.
All right. You want to go ahead and show us like the page and what the the options to try this are?
Let me see if I can click on that page.
I don't think you can.
No, but I got it from Facebook.
Okay.
All right, and we'll do a giveaway, right? We got to do do something for everybody, right? All right. So this is the landing page.
You can maximize that.
Sure, absolutely.
Like the window itself. Can you just like make it full screen? There you go.
Like that?
Yeah.
Perfect. So is this good? All right.
Yep,
so this is our landing page here. You can get all the data that you would like from here. We didn't update the maps here, but that's the only thing. You can also see, like, for example, you can interact with the dynamic link that I was talking about. You can embed this into any website pretty much. There is a coupon code that we have added. So if you go to our website, if you go to the homepage, do not go to the homepage. I'm going to tell you, when I say homepage, I'm like typing homepage. Do not go to the homepage, because here, I'll show you why. You are going to get, there you go. It's easy to see it here. You're going to get 95% off. Okay. So do not, because it's going to cost you some money, right? Go to the link that Chris just shared. This will give you 30 days free. So it's completely free. You don't have to put any money in it, and you can just start. In this landing page, you can also check the accuracy that we talked about. This is, I believe, one of the main reasons why tons of agencies has been moving to us, because of the agent accuracy. And if you provide reports to your clients that doesn't have a direct correlation with reality, you're going to have a problem. Not only your data is dirty and you're not presenting the right data to your clients, you're also not going to be able to optimize it properly. So see what this is all about. You can compare this between everybody in the market, and you'll see this would come up hands on top. I mean, about 8 out of 10. It's not going to be 100, because Google change every time you make a search. If you make another search 3 seconds after, something can change. But this will win somewhere between 80 to 90% of the times across all other platforms. You can also see a couple of the other stuff that we have here. It's also mobile friendly, which is nice. You can see a video about us and Local Falcone if you would like. I have some other ones between the others, but I don't like to share it because I just don't like these guys, but the other guys I'm okay with. So you got a couple of testimonials here. You can see a lot of the folks that have been talking about it. A lot of industry leaders have been supporting us. Brock, for example. You can also click on, I think it's here at the bottom. No, we removed it from this landing page. But if you do /reviews, you can just read tons of reviews. And the promo code that we have for you guys, this is 30 days free, okay, for the Pro or for the Advanced plan. So the difference between those two, and let's cover those, is super important. The Advanced does not have rolling credits. However, if you are on the Pro plan, you will have rolling credits, meaning the credits that you didn't use will roll to the next month. So it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. On top of this, you're going to get one free Local Wiz app. And I'm going to do 2 more things only for the people that on this live and will join in, Chris, let's say the next 24 hours. Is that good?
Yeah, sounds
That's
good.
enough? All right. So whatever package you are rolling in, we're going to double your monthly credits for one time. So for example, if you'll start with the advance, instead of 15, we'll add another 15. That means it's double. If you're going to start with a 97, instead of 36, you'll have 72. So that's really nice because we're going to double the amount of credits. So technically, you're getting 2 months for free.
Fantastic. That's a great
No, wait,
offer.
there is more. There's more. We got to do another thing. You are getting 1 free Local Wiz app. We're going to double this too. So instead of 1, you're going to get 2 of those. Okay. You're going to get 2 Local Wiz applications and you're going to get double the credits for your first month. I mean, that's, I think, the best promo I've ever done. So it's a really no-brainer. This is only for the next 24 hours. We're going to close it. If you join after 24 hours, you're going to join just with 1 month, 1 location. You're not going to get the extra. So join in the next 24 hours so we can double your account. And
if you're watching this in the future, 24 hours from now is 2 o'clock on Friday, the 15th of March, 2024. So I've learned that I'm addressing 2 audiences when I do these things. So I throw those reminders in. So, yeah. All right. So let's see. We'll bring that back up on the screen. Can you share what you taught at SEO at the beach? Sorry, got to ask. You never know. Unfortunately, I'm going to answer this for you. What he shared had some sensitive information that he wouldn't want just everyone seeing. So it's not just it'd be like the thing that he was doing, but it revealed some real businesses he was working with and things like that. So we don't want to show that, because as we just mentioned, people suck. And if you reveal your business, every single website I have ever shown publicly has either been spammed or hacked or abused in some way. Literally 100% of them. So unfortunately, that's why it's not an ego thing or anything like that. It's for the safety.
You want to help people, and then you get like slapped because of it.
Yeah.
Like I was so scared on this like the SEO of the beach with the stuff I share. I was like, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe. Yeah. But it was good.
Plumbing Vids says, can I add my VAs to my account? How do your seats work?
Unlimited. I don't believe in charging per seat.
Thank God.
I want to have 100.
Shit.
It's just stupid.
Yeah. So the one that gets me are like social media posting tools, because like I have 3 or 4 people on our team that like schedule them, and I have to give each one of them an individual seat, even though it's all for one company.
Yeah.
Like that's fucking absurd. Like Agora Pulse, we were on for years, and we canceled them because they kept locking our account because I was just having like my assistant or our social media person log in and do it. And like they charged like a significant amount, like another $79 a month or something for every seat. I'm like, fuck you. I'll go to Publer, who doesn't do that at all.
Yeah.
So,
you know what I had this issue with? SEMrush. Like, so like a lot of times I'll have my team go in, check like one thing that is too small, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, right? Log out. And they want us to have a seat for every person, which is 160, I think. I was like, no, freaking no.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Ridiculous. Like they're not using it 24/7.
Yeah.
Alternative users, I know, like
Envision Studios business growth experts. There's your free plug. Says, is there a promo code? I sent up through the link and it's showing a payment page with full prices.
Add the promo code. It's legit 30. It's right there on the landing page. Legit 30.
And if you need help sorting that out, I'm sure Eldar support can help you with that too.
So anybody that in here, can I share my screen?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me do that real quick. Let me just open this up. Let me do, where's the screen sharing thingy? So make sure to present. Make sure to reach out to me directly on my Facebook. That's usually pretty good. I'm pretty responsive. So just look it up. This is my profile, Eldar Cohen, Eldar J. Cohen. And if you have any issues, if you have any challenges, of course, you can reach out to support, but feel free to reach out to me directly, usually pretty responsive. Especially if you have any issues with promo codes, coupons, things of that sort, just hit me up directly, and I'll get it sorted for you.
Okay. What's the J stand for?
Jonathan.
Jonathan. All right. Just curious. Signed up a few minutes before he said this. I hope I can be considered. Yeah, just message him and he'll take care of you.
Absolutely. I got you.
Somebody says, sorry, I don't understand the one for you Wiz app. Do you need to pay for this separately otherwise?
Okay, so not every time, but when you create your Local Dominator account, you're also going to get for free, no credit card required, Local Wiz application. One location means one website. So let's say you are working with Joe Plumber, you now have Local Wiz app for Joe Plumber. That makes sense. So you don't need to pay for that. You will get one for location.
Okay. I've missed the promo code. It's superstarseo.com/local dominator, and the code is legit30. So, all right, that is the end of the questions. Now, you had a giveaway you were going to do. You want to do that?
Yeah, so the giveaway is what I did earlier, basically doubling the amount of credits and giving extra location. So, again, instead of getting, let's say, 15,000 credits, you'll get 30,000. And instead of getting one location for free, you'll get 2 locations for free. So basically, we're going to double your stuff. Your amount of credits will be doubled for your first month, and you'll get 2 lifetime Local Wiz app licenses. So, and this is 500.
He's saying it says the promo expired?
Expired.
Let me see. Hang on one second. We'll check it out.
Chris, let me check the link that you actually shared. I want to see.
It's the landing page that you sent me earlier.
Oh, so it should be good. Let me actually try it.
All right. While he's doing that, I'll continue. It says, Charles says, great session today, guys. Thank you.
Charles.
I'm going to give Eldar a minute to do that. And while we're on that, while he's doing that, I'm going to do a programming update so I don't have to do it at the end, because my goal in life is to do as little as possible.
I like that.
It's actually not true, but it's, again, trying to be funny. So, all right, I can't even find okay, so let's see. On March 19th, we have a SaaS SEO expert, Shane Duggan, although I haven't been able to get a hold of him, so hopefully that's still good. I have on March 21st, Oladeju Olusina, who is SEO booster on Legit. On the 26th, I have Nixon Lee, who is Spine PR on Legit. On the 28th, I have Priyank Soni, who is Rank Right on Legit. On April 2nd, I have Kirk Roldan, who's runs a big VA agency out of the Philippines, among other things. And then on April 26th, I have Mads Singer, who does like team management and things like that. And there's a couple other that I haven't added to that schedule. But are you all set now, or?
I'm still checking. Okay. Give me just 1 second here.
All right, we'll take your time. Jeff says, and I'll answer this. Jeff says, is there training on how to use the products? Yes, there's a support documents and videos and stuff, so you can do that. Somebody else said they can confirm that says the code expired. Okay, he's working on that, guys.
Give me just a sec. Maybe it's hold on. The codes.
While we're doing that, I'm going to remind everyone to click the subscribe button and notification bell if you're enjoying this and you want to see similar and continued streams. I need your support to keep me motivated to keep doing it, because it's a lot of work. People don't realize that, but creating content and making videos and scheduling guests is a lot of time. It takes a lot of time. So I hope you're enjoying this. And if you are, the way you can show that to me is by clicking the subscribe button, or if you're on Facebook, you can, I don't really know what you do on Facebook, but you can follow or whatever. So, but thank you for that.
Okay, it expired, by the way. There was a limit on it, so
okay.
Fixing this right now for you guys.
All right, one more second, guys, and we'll have that fixed. Somebody says, can you recycle the Local Wiz app if I lost that client and reuse it on a new one, or is it locked to that website?
Technically, you can, yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to do another code. It's going to be just legit without the 30.
Okay.
I'm going to update this on the website. Give me just a second.
At least you know that we're actually live. Yeah. These are the kind of things that happen when you do things on the fly.
That's true. those things happens. And thank you everybody for your patience. I really appreciate that. And about your giveaway, I'm just going to reach out to you guys via email probably or SMS once you create your account. And I'll let you know that you got your extras.
Web ABC's videos says enjoying this a lot, Chris. Well, thank you. Yash says, hey, this 30 off is the giveaway by him. I might have missed it. The giveaway is that it's extra credits and extra Local Wiz and so on. So that's going to be the code. He's updating that as we speak. So just be.
Code is ready. Can somebody let us know if it's successful?
Yeah, and it's just legit, right? With a capital L.
Yeah, just legit.
Okay.
Let's see. Who's going to be the first one? Who's going to be the first one?
All right. All right. So we'll give that a second. And we're probably coming to the end. It looks like the questions are dying down. All right. There we go. Anthony says, I'm in. Woohoo. The code worked. Your code is working. Thank you. Awesome. Awesome. See, now there's a lesson in there. Being a good entrepreneur, shit doesn't go your way a lot of the time. Stuff breaks, stuff you don't expect happens, and you have to adapt. And I hate this word, but you have to pivot and deal with stuff as it comes up, just like we just did here. There was another time I was doing a live stream like this, and my computer crashed. And I didn't want, but I was like still on the stream, but I couldn't do anything. And I didn't want the stream to end because I knew everybody would leave. So what I did was I took my phone out and I remote desktoped into my office computer and logged into StreamYard so it would keep the stream active. And then I rebooted my computer and signed back on. Like I had to adapt in the moment on the fly like that. So
nice.
Just a little lesson in there, I think.
Yeah.
Kristen says that code worked. Awesome.
Awesome.
Sherm says solid content today, guys. Well, thank you, Sherm.
Thank you.
Jeff says good stuff, guys. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.
Kristen says, can you repeat what the bonuses are? 1 free month. What else? That it made it basically 2 months for free. So it was basically, you go ahead.
Basically, once this is going to be done, I'm going to add another. So if you, I don't know which plan you got, but whatever it is, I'm going to double the amount of credits that you have. So you'll have double the amount of credits for your first month. And the coolest thing, they're not going to expire. So you can use it whenever you like.
All right.
And you'll get another Local Wiz app. So you'll get an email from me. Don't worry.
There it is again, superstarseo.com/local dominator. And the coupon code is legit.
Awesome.
Anthony says, thanks, dudes. Looking forward to trying it out. Heading out to get some work done. You're not heading out to get work done, Anthony. I know you. You're heading out to happy hour. Maybe that's what you consider work. Anthony's a time friend of mine. So
that's awesome.
Weird Trip says, does the GMB work for websites that do not have a location like rank and rent websites? I mean, if it has a GMB, it works.
Yeah.
I don't understand the question.
GMB works for websites that don't have a location. Yeah.
I don't think I quite get that. Can you just clarify that for us, Weird Trip?
It does.
Yash says email to anyone that signed up.
Correct.
I'm stoked to get stuck into this. Thank you both. Can't wait to give it a try for my own business too. Fantastic. I'm not sure who that was, but thank you, Facebook user. That was Ross again. Thank you, Ross.
What's up, Ross?
Anthony says, haha, told you. Busted. All right. I think that's where we can go ahead and stop. Let me go ahead and put that on the screen again so you have ample opportunity to give us some money. It's superstarseo.com/local dominator, and the code is legit. And it gets you, can you just recap real quick what it gets you?
Yeah. So the promo code will get you double the amount of credits for your first month. So you're going to have double of those so you can run as many tests as you would like. And you're also going to get another Local Wiz application. So you'll have 2 of those so you can use it for 2 clients. Super, super powerful. By the way, you're also going to get access to our user-only Facebook group. This is super powerful because this is users only, unlike a lot of big groups. You're going to get tons of value in this group. Matter of fact, this is probably one of the reasons you want to join, because you'll get so much value out of this group.
Yeah. Yeah, I have for all my products, I have paid like groups for just specifically for users. Sometimes they fizzle out, but sometimes some of them are very active still too. And then of course I have the big groups too, the superstar and the legit groups. So it just goes back to what we talked about at the beginning, right? Like the importance of networking and connecting with people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's, you know, business is a team sport. So you want to make sure you know your, you know, the A players around. Let's put it that way.
Okay, I think what Weird Trip is asking is there a way to create fake GMBs for rank and ret sites that don't exist? And yes, there is. There's a bunch of different ways to do it. I don't know how to do any of them, but I know a lot of people do, and they charge out the fucking teeth for it. So it can be done. We used to have those on legit, but it was too many problems, led to a lot of chargebacks and things like that. So we don't have them anymore. And I think technically it's illegal in a lot of places too. So I tell you all that to say, yes, it can be done, but do it at your own peril too, because if somebody's a competitor of mine and I see that it's just a lead gen site, I'm going to report it as a fake site. Some people might look and judge me for that, but to me, that's just business. You know, I would never do that to a real business, but if it's a lead gen site, I'm going to report that to Google and get it shut down, because that's my job, is to move up in the SERPs. And that's one way to do it. So
there's one thing that I want to talk about, just want to mention about this. So getting those fake listings, it's a turn and burn, like kind of like cycle. So the lifespan of those is very, very short right now. It's much better to invest and get yourself an actual true legitimate listing that will last for many years, and you can actually do SEO and will become an asset, versus paying somebody a couple $100 and then it will go away in 2 months. So
yeah. And it is illegal in a lot of countries too. Yeah. So can we use the second Local Wiz app as long as we're subscribed, not just for the trial period?
Correct.
Okay. Weird Trip says, got it. Thank you, both of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
For the record, you can still make rank and rent work without GMB. Like my friend Herc absolutely crushes at rank and rent with just doing organic. He doesn't like Google Maps any more than I do. As far as the process for it, I feel like they've made it overly complicated. So if you don't let that stop you if you want to do rank and rent. I'm not a big fan of rank and rent, but I know a lot of people that crush with it. So don't let that stop you if that's the case. All right. I think we'll go ahead and stop there. Anything else you want to share with us or add or anything?
I just want to thank everybody that have joined the stream today. I really appreciate everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And looking forward to see you on the other side. As Chris says, don't forget to give us some money so we can help you also with your business. Join the community and let's make things happen together.
Fantastic. Now, I know I've joked a lot today, but I want to say that I want to thank you all for spending some time here. I know that you could have been anywhere else in the world and you took the time to spend it with us. So that's something I'll never take for granted. And it's something that I'll always appreciate. So thank you. I already did the programming notes, so we can skip over that. So just last but not least, figure out what you want out of life and go out and get it, because you owe it to yourself and you owe it to the world. I'll see you next week. Peace.
Bye-bye. Thank you.